Okay, so we've been doing a couple of different things. So going with the crescent step, and then we counter coming over here. And what I want to move on to is sort of what happens after this. Okay, so this is what we've gotten up to in the moment. So essentially, just like everything else, he's not going to just sit here and let me pass. So if I can get this imperfectly, but yeah, normally he's going to do exactly what he's doing now, pulling his knees and elbows in, so that if I try to come in now he's got frames and he can keep me, yeah, exactly. He can start doing leg entries and things like that, okay? So the idea is we start off with our general sequence, and then he again defends. So we come over here, he frames, I pull him over here, yeah, exactly. He brings his knees in. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a Nogi X pass. So this hand's going to come on his hip. This hand's going to come on his knee. And really important is I'm going to push the knee down, and I'm going to put my head on my hand. Okay, like this. So I want to be in this position. I don't want to be here. If I'm like this, now I can start bringing this leg in. No, other way. Just wrap it. Yeah, exactly. And now he starts getting the guard back. And I'm trying to keep him from getting any sort of guard. If I have my head on my hand and my weight on it, now he tries again. Yeah, not happening. Okay? Now I can block his hips really well. Okay? So lay like this, head pointed that way. I just want to get a side view for the camera. Okay, so we're in this position. Okay, my legs are fairly far apart. I've got my weight on him. I've got my head on my hand. And also sometimes I've seen people be taught to do this. I don't like this for the same reason. Exactly. Yeah, just bring it coming further. Yeah, exactly. Now we're starting to go through here. So again, you want to keep that nice and tight. So your head goes on your hand. And from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this knee out of the way and roll him over into a pass. Okay? So, one more time. So we're coming over here, pulling him over here. He shells up, hand on the hip, hand on the knee, force the knee down, and get your head in your hand, like this. And then just roll them to your pass. Okay? Clear what I want? Okay, let's work on that. Okay, so again, going on with this whole progression, same idea. Come over here, switch it over here. I want to come in for this, and let's say he shells up really quick and really tight, and keeps me from being able to get my head and my hand in here. So let's say he's got this area really tight, and I can't get my hand really on his hips, okay? So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to switch hands, and we're going to walk over to north-south, and we're going to bring our elbows inside of his knee. And slide down into north-south. The position is called north-south. If you ask me, I think we need to call it the 69. Keep thinking about that wonderful scene in Quintet with J-Rod where Craig Jones was coaching, and he's like in the north-south going for a triangle, and he's like, "Put your balls in his mouth." Okay, so coming over here, slide over. He shells up really tight. Okay, so what I'm not going to do when I do the switch is this. Okay, I always want to have at least one hand on him. So my switch is like that. Okay, so I'm never going to have a point where both of my hands don't have contact with him anymore. Because the minute I do this, that's when he starts shooting in, and yeah, exactly. That's where he's going to have complete freedom with his legs. Okay, I want to keep pressure on him at all times. Okay, so what I do is I keep all my weight here. Okay, so now if he tries to shoot with his leg, it's actually kind of hard. Yeah. And try that. If he does this, then I can just toss him over there. Okay? So first from here, weight here, and now we walk into north-south. And like I said, really important is I bring my elbows into his knees. and the rest is just my body weight sliding in the north-south. Or the 69. Okay, I think that's going to be our official name for this position is the 69. Okay, pretty simple idea though, I think. So anyone need to see that again? I think it's pretty easy. Okay, so just a quick note, outside passing, if you're noticing, the individual movements are actually pretty simple. It's not very complicated movements or anything. Outside passing is more about the flow. Okay, it's not so much he does this. It's not so much I do this and I pass. I do this and I pass. It's more keeping him in that constantly having to change and constantly having to have him follow you. Okay, so I always want to be about a step ahead of him. Okay, so I'm not letting him establish a guard and then trying to beat his guard. I'm trying to be in front of his guard the whole time so that he never gets a guard, and I can constantly have him trying to, oh, he's over here, I gotta go there, he's over there, now I gotta go here, and he's constantly trying to follow where I'm going. So I want to be able to lead. It's kind of like dancing. You want to be able to lead the dance and make him follow you, because then he's always going to be a step behind, and it's just sort of chipping away until you finally get through. Okay? So let's drill this one a bit, then we'll do some sparring.